What an exciting time to be here right now. And I'm coming on a little bit late today, about an hour later, but just had a busy week journeying with people and people here at the retreat center. And the plan is to just do a short little reset reflection here today with the excitement of everything that's going on around the planet. And there's been a lot of talk with people that I've been connecting with about focus. What do we focus on? Where do we put our attention? Do we spend our time pointing out the darkness because it needs to be exposed? Or do we simply only focus on... I muted myself. How funny. All right. Let me start over. Thank you for those that are still here. There's been a lot of talk with people that I've been connecting with. Good, deep, wonderful conversations. Inner healing, dismantling our old belief systems, and really beginning to understand how we consciously create and magnetize these different timelines, which timelines, if you don't know what that means, I'm speaking about realities that come into our quantum vibrating field, our relationships, our abundance or lack thereof, good things, bad things. There's James. It's all good. Perfect timing. Hey, James. Thanks. And so there's been a lot of conversation around where should I put my intention and focus, because I feel like a lot of the darkness still needs to be exposed. There's a lot of people that I know, including my family, that they're not awake, they're not aware, they don't understand that the V is pure poison. They don't understand that children are still being, kidnapped, trafficked, sacrificed, all the stuff that's coming into the light right now to be transmuted and cleared. This has been happening for a long, long time. But now it's finally, the light and the frequencies on the planet are so strong right now, and they will continue to accelerate, that all that is not light is going to be exposed. And you can see this happening everywhere. However, a lot of people, including myself, I was getting caught up in, well, I still need to share about this and I still need to share about that because, people still don't know. And, the reason why I know about false contracts and the birth certificate and being, signed over to the British Royal Crown and, child trafficking and adrenochrome, all this stuff is because other people shared it with me. Okay. So this was my thinking about, I can't just stop sharing because how are these other people going to find out? Well, right now, it appears that it's really, really clear that in every moment we have two choices. And it's always kind of been this way. I mean, we have a million choices, but it's really clear right now for the majority of the planet that we can either get sucked in and be operating in what's a lower vibrational frequency. Because if you're in judgment, you're in 3D. You're going to loop. You're going to attract more that you judge. I was a judgeaholic. I know. I wrote a whole chapter on judgment and how to dismantle it, because it is clearly the biggest addiction on the planet. So to play our role, hey, Nicole, hey, Jeff, great to see you. So it's really simple. It's a matter of consciously setting our intention every single morning. I do it while my head's still on the pillow, before those 50 to 80,000 thoughts start running of everything I got to do and want to do and happy to do and maybe don't want to do. And, we're carrying 3D, the past, in with us. When we've got to, when we're lying on our pillow and we're breathing and we're loving on every cell. You guys know I talk about this because it's so important to your vibration and also to healing your body. It's key. It's more key than the food you eat or the stuff you drink or any of that stuff. It's super, super key, and it's super, super easy. It's just that for most of us, we were not taught how to do this. Why? Because we dropped into an inverted 3D program, and we came here to uninvert it and unshift it. And everybody that's here right now is playing their role, whether they're really sure of it, or whether they're a little off balance, or whether they're having a really freaking hard time, or whether they're like, yeah, we fucking got this. You know what I mean? And so this transmission, hey, Roxanne, hey, Rebecca, hey, Justine, this is really, I'm just talking to Jeff. I'm reflecting to myself the tools that I've learned over the last 20 years, studying with my mentor, Don Miguel Ruiz, and a bunch of the other Toltec teachers and wonderful people out there like Joe Dispenza, and, all these wonderful mirrors, and through trial and error. And I've simplified it down, into the book, Waking Up in the Dream, of what are the easiest steps to do the inner healing, because we got to do it. People don't like that word because it can make them feel like they're not enough and there's still shit that we got to do. And oh my God, when are we going to just get to be playful little children in love every moment, checking out the animals and the plants and the magnificence of everything? Well, we can do that every day. And we're getting back to doing that every day, but we've got to do what I call the 3 pieces of clearing so that we can have or bring ourselves back to this 0 point multiple times a day, or just be operating in 0 point and be in these higher frequency timelines. Because this is what it is. There's a shift right now. The people that are going to choose to operate in fear, and God bless them, they don't know. They're not necessarily choosing that. They're just being bombarded with so much stuff. Somebody's trying to call me. Hang on one second. That's so funny. My mom. Okay, so people are being so bombarded by the television and the media. It's an all-out war for your frequency. That's it. It's plain and simple. So when you can see it, the first thing is we kind of want to fight it and go, okay, we need to expose all this stuff. Well, now it's being exposed, and they're exposing themselves. So they're actually self-destructing. So now here's the great time where we can simply focus on higher timelines. Meaning, how do we bring in higher timelines into our vibrating hologram? Through operating in higher frequencies. So what are higher frequencies? Smiling, loving on all your cells, forgiveness, non-judgment. Non-judgment. You got to eliminate it from your field. You got to. There's no way around it. Every time we have a judgment, we are well, it's not necessarily every single time, but for the most part, we are magnetic beings, and we're going to attract in, like, let's say, here's you. You're much bigger than that, but you're the star. You're emanating in this universe. You are all that is. Everything down here, all these little stars, let's say they're lower vibrational timelines. Up here is where we desire to be. That's love, gratitude, excitement, joy, compassion, forgiveness. Down here, judgment, fear, anger, resentment, unhealed, not good enough, not loving ourselves. So we've got a simple practice that we're invited to do every single day. And it's rinse and repeat. And that's to get back to loving on ourselves and having the excitement and enthusiasm of a little child. And now that we have conscious awareness, we can consciously set our intention, and magnetize in any timeline, any relationship, any amount of abundance, any amount of health, anything that we desire. And once we see that we can easily do that, we're not really desiring that much anymore because we don't really need anything. Everything is provided. We don't need to chase money. We don't need to work doing something that we don't love. We find a way to do what we love. And when we're sharing what we love with other people, abundance comes. All the other like-minded people come. They ask questions. They want to journey together. They want to create together. It's the way that vibration and frequency works. Like attracts like. So the whole key to the whole deal is, where is my frequency right now? And the best way I have found to do it, which is what I teach in the course that I take several people through every month, one-on-one, is I consciously and intentionally create my reality each day, first thing in the morning. That's the first thing. Because if you don't start your day off on a high vibration and you hope, which is a weak word. A lot of people use it as well with good intention. Well, I hope you feel better. I wish you a happy birthday. Those are all spell words. What do I mean by spell words? They're words that were set up in spelling that tell your subconscious that it's not here yet. Hope means I hope that somehow something comes to me. Well, first of all, it's telling your subconscious that it's not there yet. Okay? So these are really key. They're really simple, but they're really key to understand. Because when I first start journeying with people every month, within the first 3 to 5 minutes, they're saying things that they don't desire more of. Or they're stating that I'm trying to do something. I'm working on, they're telling the subconscious it's not here yet. And the subconscious only knows how to do one thing, and that's take direct orders. It's either here now, yes, or it's not. And so when you begin to create your reality first thing in the morning and you love on all your cells and you're smiling and loving on your body, your frequency automatically goes up. You are a walking magnet at all times, whether you are aware of it or not. So when your frequency goes up, what does that mean? You're automatically going to be magnetizing in more like frequencies. It's the law. It's not chance. It's not hope. It's not wish. It's not try. It's not should. It's the law. And this is it. And this is what they will be teaching in the new school system. Because we don't need to go to school for 16 years to then end up giving up the best 65 years of our life. So then we can become another spell word, which is what? Retired. It's a complete spell. Re to mean recycle. Tired, you know what that means. So the key is there only needs to be one class, one grade of school. Knowing what an emotion is, knowing what a trigger is, and knowing that your thoughts, your words, and your emotional frequency create your reality. End of story. Yeah, and then if you want to go learn how to, build guitar amps or, whatever it is, then you can do that. But 99.9% of school has been brainwashing to prepare you to be a wage slave, to contribute to a fake system of fake law, fake money, fake medical. You get it. All right? So cool. So the beautiful thing is right now is that all this is being exposed. It's all crumbling. And so those that are interested and those that resonate with this message and those that know or at least have a feeling that there's got to be much more, these are the tools. It's that simple. Yeah. James says the energy harvesting system is being taken. Yeah. And the more that we hold our frequency and create it consciously every single morning. And then I have people set alarms on their phones to go off every hour when they go through the first 30 days. And what does that do? Every time that alarm goes off, they are invited to stop and recreate their day again. Now imagine if you were to do that, you create your reality first thing every morning, and then you even catch 5 or 10 alarms throughout the day, and you stop for 1 to 2 to, God forbid, 5 minutes, and you breathe into your cells again, and you go, where's my frequency right now? And you go, oh man, I get to magnetize in more amazing stuff right now. What have I pulled in? Not what am I going to pull in? What is here now? The abundance, the amazing people, the animals, the plants, the world travel, the playing concerts, the whatever it is, it's here now. And you're magnetizing it because you're excited about it and you're thinking about it. It must come. Just think, if you did that 5 or 10 times a day, multiply that times 30, that's 150 to 300 times a month. If you don't think that's going to completely change your life, I'm here to tell you that it absolutely does, because I journey with people every month and we do just that. And once you start to dismantle the belief system, which isn't even yours, I don't know how many people know that. If you heard me speak, you know I talk about it, because that was the life-changing aha moment that my mentor got me to see. Your beliefs aren't even yours. They all came from outside yourself. It doesn't mean they're bad. Like, I believe that love is the answer, and I believe that I'm a sovereign, divine, unlimited, key word, unlimited being. But all the other beliefs I got from the Catholic Church and school, and they were all mostly lies. They were all less than. They were all inverted to keep my frequency low and to keep me wishing and hoping and wanting and trying and worrying and less than. Okay? So now this stuff is coming into the light. We've got the tools, and the energy that's coming into the planet right now is so amplified. Even if you don't know that it is, I don't know. People tell me, oh, the energy is so intense today. I'm like, the energy's been intense for me every single day of my life. I feel I don't like terms because I feel that they're like limiting. We are everything. I'm not just a mentor or a coach and a guitar player and a recording engineer and an artist and an empath or whatever, which, labels are like beliefs in a way. They can confine you. Oh, Jeff, he's this, he's that. No, we are everything. We are so freaking unlimited, but most people don't believe they're unlimited because of the programming, and it really comes down to their belief system. By the way, these transmissions are Q&A. So if anybody has a question of anything that comes up for them, not about the cabal or any of that shit, taking it down. This is about the cabal is already being handled, okay? If you want to, do walks in your country or, sign whatever to get people, right on. But this calls about raising our frequency and consciously choosing our timelines moving forward. And so why do people react as much as they do? And it's important to be able to see this, because we cannot dismantle a program that we cannot see. Okay? We can't. And I just got distracted. Okay, there's a banner. Hey, Heather, there's a link at the bottom if you want to go check out what's involved in the 30-day journey and read the testimonials. Go check it out at Portal to Awakening. Okay, so why do people get triggered? And why are they able to be re-triggered and manipulated over and over and over, which is exactly what the media does and exactly what the governments do? Why is that? Because they take on a belief system, and if anything triggers that belief system, which is a set of beliefs, I believe in what? I grew up Catholic. I believe in Catholic religion. Well, I don't personally, but I was tossed into it at a very young age. It was part of my soul contract. So I could see those programs. I could see the inversion. I could see the deception. And for anybody that's out there that, is into Catholic religion or whatever, if it's working for you, great. Okay, cool. Love is the answer. But you don't need to give your power away to somebody outside of you. You don't need to, okay, that's a whole nother deal. Belief system. The reason people are able to be so manipulated is because they take on a belief system, and if anything challenges that belief system, they get triggered. They react. They have an emotional trigger. And it makes them feel unsafe. It makes them feel like something is challenging who they are, and the ego gets triggered because the ego's only job is to keep you safe. Well, you're safe. Okay? You're not living in a cave right now having to dodge dinosaurs and things like that. There are some other dark entities out there, but when you hold your frequency and you know who you are and you create your reality every day, that stuff can't affect you. It just can't. So if you haven't begun to look at your belief system, I invite you to do so, because it is a prison. And as I say that, notice if your ego gets a little triggered. Oh, mine's not a prison. I'm doing great. My job's going good. I'm in a good relationship. I'm talking about your belief system that is nothing more than a set of beliefs that came from outside of you, but to see how the ego holds on to them. And if somebody says something or somebody posts something on Facebook that goes against your belief system, you feel like you need to respond or react or comment or defend it or whatever. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, this is how we get stuck in loops. And then if you've got an unhealed trauma from childhood or somewhere along your lifetime, relationships or whatever, and you haven't healed that yet, then you're still holding that frequency inside your body, and you're going to attract like frequency people into your relationships and into situations into your life. So it's really, really very simple to do the inner healing. They call it the dark night of the soul, so you won't go there. It's the last place anybody wants to go. Instead, they want to talk about fairies and I'm a light worker and, I'm up here in 12D and all this. That's great. But you're faking it and you're fooling yourself if you haven't gone in and done the healing process. And in 9 times out of 10, it simply comes down to forgiveness. But we weren't taught this. So we're taught to put on your best face. Don't talk about the stuff that happened to you. Don't be a victim. Suck it up. Man up. But what happens is we're still carrying those frequencies. And since everything is frequency and vibration, you can't dodge or fake it. But this is the good news, because it's so freaking easy if you go through the 3-step process of doing the inner healing, dismantling the belief system so you no longer get triggered and you're no longer living in a 3D matrix that is confined by limiting 3D beliefs. Most people don't think in terms of unlimited. I'm going to say that again, and I intend that anybody that watches this gets this download and it creates an opening. We are completely 1,000,000% unlimited beings. How many people here think they're unlimited and operate with that mindset every day? If I ask that to 1,000,000 people, I doubt that a tiny percent would go, yeah. They might go, yeah, because they want to go, well, yeah, I know that's what we are. I mean, how many people actually operate from that mindset? Every morning when they wake up, they go, I am freaking unlimited. And as a result, there is no limitation in my life. There is no lack. There is no ill health. There is no lack of anything. I simply play in the field every day from morning until night. And I align with people that desire to play, and together we play. Okay? So, why, if we are unlimited beings, why don't we operate like unlimited beings every single day? Our belief system. And part of it's the 3D program. Yeah, well, I got to make a living. If you're still having to make a living, that's the universe tapping on the shoulder going, psst, there's more. There's more. Maybe you're not doing what you love if you feel like you have to make a living. That's slavery, whether you know it or not. And I'm not downplaying anybody out there. I still pay for things. You know, we're going to move into the point here very soon where everything's free. Everything's always been free. It was only the deceivers that took everything, hoarded it, and then created all these fake corporations that are selling you all this fake toxic crap. Okay, it's all being exposed. That's the great news. But the key is, got to dismantle the belief system and see how the reactionary program runs. Because if you don't, you will continue to run the same reactionary program, and you will attract the same reactionary scenarios, or low frequency scenarios, or lack of money, or people that are narcissists, or whatever. I intend that you understand this. It's very, very key. And it's all outlined in this book. It's so simple. And I explain it in almost every single one of my videos on my YouTube channel. I don't hold back on this stuff. I'm sharing with you everything that we do. It's just that if you go through it and you really get the tools and print out the sheet in the book, or you get the digital course and you get the 4 hours of trainings, you'll begin to see the program so freaking quick. And once you see it, it'll never do it to you again. Yeah, you might get caught up in it once or twice. It might happen 100 times. But you will not run the rest of your life running these programs. They won't work anymore. They'll begin to become dismantled so quickly. And if you journey with me one-on-one, I will mirror you every day for 30 days, including you'll get all the training. And there's no way that you're not going to do the inner healing in the first week. Usually it happens in the first day or two. Then you're going to dismantle the belief system. And then you're going to consciously create your reality. And your whole energy is going to be so shifted that everything in your life is going to change. But it's not going to fall apart. You're not going to not know who you are. You're not going to be totally disoriented. You're going to do it at your own speed. But you're going to go, oh my God, why don't they teach this to every single child? And they will. And I'm converting the book to a book for children as well. And it's not because I'm so great. Look, I never plan on writing a book. Got no business writing a book. I'm a recording engineer, music, nature guy. That's what I've done my whole life. But I met a great teacher in 2001 when I was at the end of my rope, and I'm like, this sucks. I keep repeating the same pain and shit over and over and over, even though I know I'm a really pretty sweet guy. That's when I met Miguel, and that's when I signed on fully, even when I didn't have any money and I'm living in my recording studio. I'm just like, I got to trust, I got to do it. So I committed to 1 year of the dreaming, once a month dreaming courses. And Miguel didn't teach me what's in the book. I had to figure out most of that stuff on my own. But what he did do was he got me to look at my belief system. And then I just saw what everybody's doing. They're all being, for the most part, automatic reactors. And when you are an automatic reactor, you will relive the same thing over and over and over and over and over. And that's why the 3D matrix and the media and the news and all the school system and religion, it's all set up to keep you looping. And you got to be able to see it to get out of it. But it's real easy to see it when you decide, I'm going to see it. And if you're on this call right now, one of the 20 amazing people that stay on here, and God bless you, if this is resonating, this changed my life. More than anything else I've ever done. I bought every book on manifestation and healing and The Secret and, Think and Grow Rich and all the top books. I had them all, or most of them. And my ego would read through the book and it'd go, oh, that's really good. That's really good stuff. That's really good. That's really good. That's really good. And then I'd go buy the next book and the next book and the next book. And I was maybe shifting a little bit, but none of the books were teaching me how to go in and dismantle all the belief system and all the stuff that was underneath the surface that had been running my life since I was a little child and didn't teach me how to heal. I mean, yeah, there's some good books on healing, but you got to be able to see the program. So this is how you do it. And it's really, really simple and it's really, really fast. And you'd be amazed how quickly 30 days goes by. And I'm not saying that anybody out there watching this hasn't already done it. I'm just winging it here. I get on this call and I speak from my heart. I haven't done a call all week because I've been doing calls with clients and it's been busy here. It's been great. And I usually do my best to do 2 calls a week. And so I didn't even get on at 9 because I got involved in this incredible conversation outside of our retreat center with a guy that's staying here. And I'm in the back of my head, okay, well, I got to get on because it's already 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. in, Nashville. And I'm in Thailand, 13 hours ahead. And so I'm in this heart center conversation. And then I come on and I get ready to do my call. And I'm like, oh, dude, are you really ready to do it? Do you know what you're going to say? What are you going to say? It's got to be important. Are you going to deliver anything of value? And my mind's going, I don't know. But in my heart, I'm like, yeah, I want to come on. I want to share. I've had incredible conversations this week with the most incredible people on the planet, and I'm excited. I don't know who's going to get it. All I know is I'm going to talk to Jeff, and if anybody else gets the download or it resonates with them, right on. Super stoked. So let me see if anybody asked a question here, because I did. This is a Q&A. So thank you, everybody, for your wonderful energy and love. And I've heard women are having strange cycles. Is it ascension or is it something else? My mind wanted to make a joke about that, but I'm not going to joke about it because, first of all, I'm not a woman, but I am in touch with my feminine side. I've heard different things about people that have taken the V and also just about the energy that's coming in. I wouldn't read into any story about it. I'd tune into my own body and go, what do you want? I love you. What do you need? I love you. I love you. Is there anything you need or want? Need some more exercise? Need to ground into the earth? Need to do some more deep, wonderful breathing? Need to come consciously aware? Need to put some incredible food or drink into my body? Need to get more playful? Need to go hang out in nature? So I don't know. But if you're thinking, is it something else? Then that just gives the mind shit to spin on. And that takes you out of the present moment, or it can take you out of the present moment. Great question, though. I hope I did any justice to that. Okay. Here's a mirror. Hi, Jeff. I did all 3 steps, but I need to know more about how to master feeling of abundance and unlimitedness. Okay. So cool. So I do the 3 steps all day, every day, over and over and over and over and over and over and over. You don't just do them one time. You get playful every morning. And if you are consciously creating your reality first thing every single morning, and you're getting playful and you're loving on your body and you're raising your frequency and you're setting alarms on your phone, or you've got a system to come back throughout the day and remind yourself, where's my frequency right now? What am I magnetizing into my life right now? Am I feeling high vibration? Am I excited? Am I feeling abundant? If you are, then that's what you're magnetizing in. If you're not, then you ask yourself, why aren't I feeling that? And then if you've done all the 3 steps and you have the book, or you've watched my videos or the trainings, then you go back and you just keep playing with it. I mean, if you do this for 30 days, you'll see that it works. You'll see that it works before 30 days. And then you'll continue to do it. And sometimes people come back to me 6 months later and they go, hey, Jeff, I'm having a real issue there. And I always ask the same question. When did you stop using the tools? And they're like, oh, yeah, thanks. And I might mirror them through it or whatever because I love them. And they put their faith in me, went through the course or whatever. But it's real simple. These tools work and they work forever. So I need to know more about how to do it. You don't really need to know more. The invitation is simply to practice the tools and to understand when your frequency is not in excitement, love, gratitude, and vibration. And it's going to be going up and down all day, especially right now. There's all kinds of stuff, distractions and everything. But if you consciously create your reality every single morning and you go, man, I'm on today. No matter what happens, I'm going to be playful. I'm going to be loving. I'm going to set it up to take breaks. No matter what I'm doing, if I have to WORK or a JOB, I'm not going to let that steal my frequency. And if it is stealing my frequency, I'm going to get the hell out and I'm going to go find something else to do that brings me joy. So I intend that gives you something. Yeah. So thank you for that. Okay, so here's a long one. Let me see if I can pop it up here. Rebecca says, how do I help my daughters age 16 and 12 raise their level of consciousness and help them without feel like I am judging them? Okay, make it playful. Create a game. Get the book, get the digital course, whatever, and begin to go through the process and show them how fun it is. You make it a game. Because here's one of the things that happens. I'm going to take this down for a second. Here's one of the things that can happen when people begin to go through the book or the digital course or journey with me. But I won't let them do it if they journey with me because I'm on them every day like a loving blanket. But when we begin to catch and see all the programs, the judge, if he doesn't have some assistance or some awareness, then he comes in and he judges for judging, or, oh man, I've got all these programs, I'm all messed up. No, every time you catch a judgment, a trigger, a less than thought, or a fear, you high five yourself. That's why the tools in the book of having the clicker and filling out the sheet at the end of the night, you get to see how much incredible progress you're making every single day. So you're like, oh my God, I caught myself judging 269 times today. How amazing is that? But the ego wants to go, oh, you've been judging, so now beat yourself up because you're no. See, I don't let people do that because that's piling on. That's like, beating yourself up for catching something really amazing. You catch yourself judging 69 to 300 times a day, you're starting to dismantle that program already like that. I'm talking about 5, 6, 7, 8 decades of automatic judgments and reactions that are running every single day underneath the surface. You begin to catch this stuff every day, you're dismantling this stuff quick. Okay? So when you're doing this with your daughters, you make it playful. So you go, hey, judgment's the biggest addiction on the planet. We're beating ourselves up. Let's love on ourselves instead. So let's play this game called Catch Our Judgments. And we're going to mirror each other in the family, and we're going to keep score. And maybe we'll give prizes for the one that has the best score at the end of the day. Make it fun. Because here's the deal. When somebody journeys with me, I make it fun. It's not, oh, we got to wake up and go in and look at it. No. It's easy to do it. It's freaking easy. It's not difficult. It's just that they made it seem like it's difficult. Dark night of the soul. You're going to have to go through hell. No, it's bullshit. That's bullshit. No matter what you've been through. Yeah, we might get on a call. We might shed some tears. That's energy moving. That's trapped energy that's been stuck. That's been your issue your entire life. We move through it like that. Boom, boom, boom. And then if you got some anger, maybe you kneel down in front of your bed, stack some pillows, and pound that shit out. You get it out. It doesn't take days, months, or years. It happens very quickly. Okay? So I am trying, Rebecca goes on to say, I am trying to undo the damage I have done. Okay, so now she's judging herself. I love you, because I was a judgeaholic, which is the only way I was able to write the chapter on judgment. And I went to Catholic school every single day till like 12th grade. So every day was judgment day. Every day. It was brutal, but it was great training. All part of my soul contract. I love it. I'm trying to undo the damage I've done based on the judgmental. Oh, okay. So she was in the system too. Okay. Need to guide them and help them navigate through it, make them good. Okay, cool. So how do you do it? Love on them. Love on them. And take them through the process in the book. Or get the digital course and watch the 4 hours, watch the trainings with them. Anybody can understand it. Even a little child can understand it. It shows you what the ego does and how it reacts to the belief system and how judgments are the biggest addiction on the planet. It shows you. It puts it on a silver platter. There's no way you can't see it. And so you make a game out of it and you love on yourself. And the next thing you know, you're catching every single judgment and you're dismantling them. And then if you do have a judgment, you just go, okay, there's one. So what is that trying to teach me? It's always about you. It's never the other person that you're judging. They're the gift. They're just the mirror showing you where you're still holding the judgmental trigger, which keeps you stuck in 3D. It's so simple. I intend that you guys are getting this. It's so freaking simple. All right. So thank you for that question, Rebecca. Let me see what's going on here. So much love. I love you guys. Miranda, Elaine, Davia. Okay. So I'm just going to post this because Davia is a rock star. Davia just went through the journey with me. Yeah. I mean, it's really simple, people. It's just we weren't taught how to do it. And it's not a big, thick manual of 1,000,000 pages. Look how skinny it is. Whoops. Everything's everything's reversed. Look at this. It's tiny. I mean, come on. There's 3 paragraphs on a page. Look, I'm all dyslexic. Oh, because everything's backwards in my camera. Yeah, it's so simple. I mean, if you really want to do it, just jump in and do it. There's no excuses. It's so simple, you know? And you can go grab the book and download it immediately at half price right now at the website if you want. So, okay. Daily observing. Yeah, man. Be the observer. Look around at the planet and see how people are pulled into fear. Why? Because they're reacting instead of observing. And the whole system of the media is set up to have everybody be walking around as automatic reactors. And as long as you're an automatic reactor, you're trapped. You're trapped. So how do we heal the automatic reactor? We go in and we clear our frequency. We forgive everybody, including ourselves. And we just start to get playful every day using these tools. Yeah. So thank you, everybody. Anybody else have any questions before I go? 44 minutes, 14 people. And a lot of times there's somebody back there wanting to ask a question, but they're like, oh my God. See, because I used to do this. When I went to the dreaming weekends with Miguel back in 2001, 2002, 2003, we would get in a little room and we'd lock in for 2.5 days from Friday afternoon till Sunday. And you would have to talk about your fears. And well, you wouldn't have to, but you knew if you didn't, that you weren't going to clear them. So I'm sitting back there and I'm like just afraid to say, fuck, I'm all scared and I got all this shit. And so, finally I just started saying, because here's what happened. If I wouldn't speak my fear, and once I spoke it and Miguel mirrored me or another teacher is like, fuck, that's all it was. I cleared it like that. I felt great for the rest of the weekend. I go home, I'm so happy. But if I didn't speak up and I didn't go in and clear it, then I left the weekend going, I should have spoke up, but I was afraid. So the point is here, this is all safe space. There's nobody on this call or watching this that's not love. They wouldn't be here. So if you have a question and you're going, I want to ask something, but I think that it's stupid or whatever, just ask it. Because I'm just going to love on you. That's it. That's all you're going to get. So, yeah. Okay, so Justine says, I got the book download. I would love a hard copy. I don't have hard copies. I'm in Thailand. I don't have a publisher. I'm not going to sign away 90% of everything I own like a record deal. I'm not going to do it. So I am in the process of eventually setting up a print on demand system where if you order it, you can get it mailed to you. But really what people do that go through my course, They just take the PDF, they take it to a printer, the printer prints it out, there's a nice cover on it, and they put it in one of these Mylar sleeves, and now you've got the book. It's not the same as mine, but it's really close. And so then you can take notes, cost you a few dollars. There's your solution. And thank you for grabbing the book, Justine. I greatly appreciate you and all the comments and support that you leave me on the post. Thank you. You're a rock star. Okay. So if anybody has any questions, you're thinking about it, pop it up. Free opportunity for everybody to learn here and share. And this is what we're doing. Yeah. I'm observing so much more now and speak out loud to myself, not judging myself. Yeah. It's great. Self-love. And also, doing mere exercises every day. I love you. I love you. First thing in the morning. And see what comes up. See if you really love yourself. Hey, Don, how do I get the book PDF? There's a link down at the bottom. Just go to portal2awakening.com and it'll be right there. The book, you can get the digital course if you want for like $97 US with 4 hours of PowerPoint trainings. And it's all there at portal2awakening.com. Thank you for asking that. So, thank you, Heather. Yeah, I'm pumped up. And I didn't know what I was going to say. Actually, I got to the point where I sat in front of my computer for about 15 minutes. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to pull it off today. And then I went, no, man, I want to do it. So just jump in. And then there's a thing in my program here where you hit go live. And I'm like, am I ready? Am I ready? Should I go live? And then I hit go live without doing the 30-second countdown, which I always do with the music. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm already live. So anyway, I just jumped in. That's it. So thank you for that reflection. I greatly appreciate you. Okay. So here's a great question from Kelly. How can I manifest a new place to live quickly? I'm in an extremely dense city. Okay, great question, because this really brings up a lot of what all of us deal with at one time or another in 3D, okay? So when we talk about manifesting a place, we might be talking about money. That might be what it takes. Or you might manifest a place where somebody's looking for a caretaker to take care of the most magnificent gardens, or these people own several homes, but they're only at this one home, one part of the year, and they need somebody to take care of their yard and make sure their house is loved by somebody loving. So what I would do is I would do a little ceremony where I would light a candle, I would light some incense, and I would tune in and I'd go, what does my ideal place look like? And I'd get excited and I'd feel myself sitting in that garden, in that hammock, or in nature next to the river, or the whatever it is, or in a high-rise building overlooking the city or whatever it is. And I'd begin to feel that. 10:44 right now. Can't make this up. Or can you? Okay, so where do you want to be? What's for your highest good? What does it feel like? Are you consciously creating your reality every day? Are you feeling it? Are you knowing it? Or are you hoping and feeling, I don't know, and you might be feeling both. It's perfectly natural. So love yourself on that. But you are a walking magnet. So become unlimited. Own it. Look at you. You're beautiful. You're radiating energy. Okay? So how do we do it? I know that the perfect place is going to show up for me for my highest good. And even if I got to go sleep on somebody's couch for 2 weeks or 30 days to get together whatever I need, I know I'm being supported. I know it. Why? Because I'm creating my reality. And if the ego goes, oh, I don't know, I'm scared, go, it's okay. Come on. We're playing in the field. Trust. Use the tools, rinse and repeat. I'm going to set my alarm 20 times a day. Every hour when it goes off, I'm going to stop and I'm going to tune in. And I'm going to go, oh, I'm in my beautiful place. I love it. Oh, I knew it. I love it. I love how this dream works, where when I align my frequency and my thoughts and my words with whatever I desire, that timeline, or a bunch of them, you might get to the point where, oh my God, my biggest problem is I have to decide between 3 amazing places. Oh my God, now what am I going to do? Yeah. Amplify yourself, amplify your frequency, write it out on paper if you want. You don't have to write the Gettysburg Address. It could be one simple paragraph. I'm sitting in my beautiful place. I'm watching the, birds chirp in my garden, and I'm listening to the little water fountain, and I love it. I love my new neighbors. I love the energy. Or maybe it's time for you to move to a completely different place, like I did. I live on the other side of the world now. I would have never imagined I would have been here in a million years. And yeah, I came here because I met somebody online and I thought we were soulmates. And so I jumped to a whole nother country with no job, no job, no nothing, only $650 to my name. And everything fell apart in the first week perfectly. But I followed my heart. And now I'm in one of the most beautiful, heart-centered, lush, tropical places ever. Because I trusted and I followed my heart. And that was my frequency. That was my highest frequency. In that moment, I just went, I'm going to jump. I'm excited. So yeah, be excited. Write it down. Do a little ceremony. Tell your friends, hey, do you know anybody that's looking for I always wanted to do this. Now's my time. And if the ego comes in, well, you couldn't do that. Stop that. Catch the frequency. Operate in the higher frequencies of excitement, playfulness, and yesness. And if, you go into a little bit of fear or whatever your rents do, I understand. Okay. But do your best to consciously create your reality first thing every morning, and then set those alarms and come back throughout the day. And then accelerate your vibe throughout the day. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. That's what we do. That's how we do it. That's how we create heaven on earth. That's how we only envision all the most wonderful timelines. That's why I come on and do this, because it works. And I watch people do it every single month. There's nobody that's ever gone through my course that it didn't drastically, in the best way, change their entire life. And I'm not saying that as an ego. And the reason why I'm not saying that as an ego is because I was trained that if you speak highly about yourself, that's ego. And so for the longest time, I would never say, my course kicks ass. Hell yeah, it kicks ass. I spent 20 years and over $100,000 putting together what turned out to be so simple. It's so freaking simple. All right? So just little disclaimer, when I say my course kicks ass, it's not because I'm so great. It's because these tools work. Every teacher throughout time, from God to everybody on down the line, has said it's all about your frequency and vibration. But so many people didn't tell you. The Bible's so jumbled with inverted truths and half-truths and non-truths and shit. How can you figure that shit out? More power to you if you do. But so I intend that assists you. Anybody else with a question before I go? Thank you. How wonderful. What a beautiful reflection. That makes my whole thing worthwhile. Now I leave happy. Thank you for that. Yeah, because we all love love. It's the whole name of the game. That's why there's more than one of us. So thank you for that. Okay. All right. All right, cool. So Heather's going to visualize a new place too. So see, when you come on and you express your love or your challenges or whatever, you're helping everybody every time. We're all mirrors. You're not the only one with the issue. It's all frequency. It's all about dismantling the beliefs that tell you can't have it. That's all it is. And getting playful like a little child. That's why they take children and they steal their happiness. That's why they put them in school right away. Sit them down, sit in a corner, shut up. That's what they do. Well, we're dismantling that like big time now. And so thank you, Elaine. Yeah. So much is beginning to bloom. It's always been blooming. It's just that the programs have been so heavy that we walk right by the flowers and we're distracted by all this other shit. This is why I live in nature now. I get out every day. Every day. I see so many flowers and buds and dragonfly. And I'm not saying, I intend everybody does this. And wherever you're at, if you can get out and put your feet on the ground, your bare feet, even if you only have a little spot in between the concrete, Or you have to take an axe and bust open a little hole. Get out there, get your feet on the ground, connect. Mother Earth is the most healing thing. Go hug a tree. Go put your feet in a stream. Do it. All right. I think I'm done. That's a lot of energy for me. Okay. So if anybody's interested in the course, I have 3 spots available over the next 30 days. If you're interested, follow the little scrolling link. Go to Portal to Awakening. It's real simple. And if you want me to get on a call with you, I'll get on a call to answer any of your questions. But it's pretty self-explanatory what we're going to do and what I've explained here. We're going to dismantle the programs. We're going to do the inner healing, and we're going to turn you into a manifestation machine. And if you don't believe it, that's okay, because you may not have had direct experience. And it doesn't mean that nothing challenging is ever going to show up, but you're going to have the tools to do it, and you're never going to allow the programs to run again. You're going to obliterate your belief system, and you're going to heal yourself really quick. It's wonderful. So thank you, everybody that's come on here. I think I'm going to play a little flute real quick, because we have 14 amazing people, and I'm going to, let's do this together. Okay? So what we're going to do, whoops, I want my mic to feedback. I'll do my best not to have it feedback, but I want to have a little bit of, whoops, have a little bit of flute delay here. So when we've got an amazing amount of people on here, let's love on our body. Let's amplify our frequency. Let's envision the new place for Kelly and Heather and anybody else and anything that they want to manifest and anything anybody else wants to manifest. Love on yourselves. And then when I ring the Tibetan bell, we're going to send all that out to the entire planet, to anybody that needs any love, anybody that needs any healing, any upliftment, thanking the animals, the plants, Mother Earth. We're going to blast it. Okay? So let's do it. So we'll do this really quick. And thank you, everybody, again, for being rock stars. You're amazing. All right. So here we go. All right. First thing you're going to do is focus on loving every one of your cells. How deep can you go with your self-love? Smile. Love on your body. Breathe in and just love every single cell of your body. Feel it deeply. Now we're going to send that out to the entire planet. Here we go. I love you guys. Hey, Valentina. I'm ending now because I just downloaded all the energy that I have. But I invite you to go back and watch the transmission. And thank you, everybody. So many amazing people out there. I'm absolutely honored, and I'm super grateful. And yeah, if you know anybody that could benefit from these tools, get them the book if you want. It's half price. Go to the website, or just invite them to come and watch this. These are the tools. It's that simple. And I feel like I've made it really simple. I've really honed it down to this is what it is. And it's that simple. And then I've got my whole YouTube channel, Portal, youtube.com/portal to awakening. All of these get uploaded to my YouTube channel. I can't even think straight. After I blow that flute for a while, I'm like, I'm just like buzzing. But yeah, all these are free on my YouTube channel. So you don't have to buy something to get something. But yeah, so I love you guys. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Davia. Okay. Much love, everybody. And we'll catch up soon. I love you guys. Keep the frequency high. 101.44 on the counter. Can't make that up. Or did I? I don't know, but I love it. All right. Have an incredible day, evening, wherever you're at. Much love.